Hi there. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to unwrap a box or a UV unwrapping so we can apply a texture to it more accurately. So we have here the a standard box and usually the default. I'm going to press N here, N rather, and click the screencast key so that you could see me clicking my keyboard, pressing my keyboard or clicking around, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing there. Okay? So you can follow along. The first thing is we need to go to the UV editing scene or layout, and there's our box, and pretty straightforward so far. And what we want to do is we want to take this box and like unwrap it, as it were. So one of the first things we have to do is I'm going to middle mouse here and drag to the left, okay, because we're going to need it there. Click tab because we want to get into editing mode, and we want to choose the edge select mode because what we're going to do is select the seams where we sort of want to cut it. So I'm going to scroll down here. We're going to be working with this area here, UV mapping. So press the shift key, click, actually deselect everything, click here, click here, click here, and the other side of the box, click here, click here, click here, and there. And then what we want to do is we want to mark the seam, like so. So we now marked the seam. So we now, when we unwrap it, it'll start to unwrap this box out to this area, and you'll see what I mean. Now before we can unwrap it, we have to go into back to face select mode. And here's something that I found really interesting. You actually have to hit the A button twice. 1, 2, 1. And then unwrap it, like that. And then you get this. So once you have that, these areas here correspond to the parts of the box here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to actually unwrap it again. There we go. And I'm going to save the image, or rather export the UV, export UV layout, and I'm going to go over to, call it box UV map 1, and just export UV layout. And then I'm going to go over to fireworks. It's pretty big, sorry. I'm going to open it up. You see my previous experiments from earlier, and go to computer, go to training Blender, and in this case here it's this one here. Say open, and there's here is, remember this, so that's our Blender map, and we could add, you can add anything here. So in this case I'm just gonna number it. You're just gonna see parts of this on the screen, by the way, so sorry, but I am doing something. So I'm just gonna number them here. Let me make it smaller so you can see it. So what I did is I took that and just numbered them. I'm going to save as and say A and save it. And then I'm just going to put this aside, go back here. And in this case here, what we want to do is bring in the map that we just made, the image. So I'm going to say open and go over to Training Blender, and it's this one here. Open it up, and so we see it there. And if I go over here to textured, we'll be able to see our map, like so. Is that cool or what? So we see it here. Now, so we can see the rest of the other side, we have to put in some lights. Okay, so let's put in a light here. Lamp, a point light. Okay, and I'm just gonna grab it and put it here. There you go. Okay. probably place another point lamp. I'm going to go orthographic here, and I'm going to place another point lamp maybe over here. There we go, a little better. There. So that's how you add an image, a UV map image. So you take the box, you unwrap it by marking the seams, then um, take it into Photoshop or Fireworks, and then add your artwork. Like this could be a box, and you can have your box artwork, and you can wrap it up to there. And that's how you add it.